news. I was able to grant your request for a trade. Effective immediately, you're a member of the Miami Heat.
Yo! LeBron! Let's go! Let's go!
I appreciate your service here with us. I think you're a tremendous talent, and I'd love to have you back here someday. Good luck out there.
I'm gonna play with LeBron. Gonna win this year.
Thanks, man. It means a lot for you to say that. You've always done right by me, and I won't forget that. I definitely wish you and the team the best of luck going forward, man. All right, take care.
I did everything for the Bucks. Now we are a Heat, baby! Let's go! Let's go! This will be my first game with the Miami Heat. Looks like they won against the Magic. Now we're gonna go against Magic again. Looks like me, LeBron. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. You know, let's just go. We're now at the Miami Heat, baby. This will be our first game at Miami. Man, with LeBron? Damn.
Alright, boys. Let's give these people what they came for. Alright? These are our fans. This is our house. Let's get that W for these youngins.
On the road and hungry
Nice
for a win against the
motivation.
Eastern Conference
D-Wade.
rival. The Orlando Magic are ready for this thing
Wait,
to get
no
started.
way.
2K
Where's
Sports is
LeBron?
proud to present NBA
They traded
basketball.
me for
Alongside
LeBron.
Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin
They
Harlan.
traded me
And
for
now a
LeBron.
quick check of our starting lineups for both teams.
They traded me for LeBron.
Today, the
I can
prodigy.
play with LeBron.
I'll tell you what I love about him. His ability to finish, even while
My
absorbing
glorious
contact.
skin.
He is so strong. Even with defenders hanging all over him,
I'm going
he
back
continues to finish at
to
the
the
basket.
box.
And I know something else the fans love about him is the way he's capable of going straight over the
It was
top
supposed
of
to
the
be me,
defender with
LeBron,
some monster
D-Wade,
throwdown.
Bosh.
I mean, we're talking about posterization with
And
capital
Real,
letters.
that's a
Looking
good
back at the
him
last
too.
matchup between these two teams, it was Orlando
Okay.
who wasn't able to get it
Amir
done against
Nelson.
Miami.
And you look at the stat sheet from that night,
Bosh,
I
you
mean, the
better get that
turnovers
now.
were just glaring. No way you're going to give up the ball as many
Wait.
times as they did and still win.
Well, not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense and force even more turnovers on the other side.
Boom.
That's
My
the only
first
way you're
bucket
really going to be able to
at Miami
counteract
Heat.
giving the ball to
Isn't
the
that a-
opponent that you're in. He
no.
presents a defender with a serious challenge.
Clean.
Always.
Bam.
Well, what a series it was in the finals
3
a year
points.
ago. Such great basketball,
Under a
two
minute.
teams that like to play up tempo.
Whoa.
And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were one play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
4 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. We talked about Chris Bosh, and he talked about the skill set and what makes him so difficult to guard. He told me he's very slippery in the post. He thinks he has to contain, and he'll just wiggle
It's
around
okay
this guy
they
for a
traded
layup.
me for LeBron
He can never
because I
act
can
as if
play
he has
like
nowhere to go
LeBron.
down
I
low.
can carry
He
this team
finds
to the
space
finals.
and room all the
Oh
time.
wait, no.
Guys,
We got Wade in here.
Thank you, Doris.
I don't need to do anything.
Here is Nelson.
But
He's coming off a
I'ma do my
13-point
own
game
thing.
against Miami.
He got some huge points from the foul line, too, Kevin. He was very aggressive,
How is that
generating
not a
contact
kickball, dude?
and drawing fouls.
And Davis backs down. A follow outside.
Nice D, nice D.
Shot clock at 6.
No, that was so bad.
Rebounded by
That
Battier.
was so good.
The part that was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series.
The
But
rim
things
is on me.
started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a
Did he
game
just-
for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the chart. Absolutely fantastic.
So it's Miami now. Here's Brewer. And
Where are you
another
going?
basket for Miami.
Pick it up,
Such a great start for him. 4 for 4 already. He's on his way to a big game.
It certainly looks that way, Steve. His energy level has been terrific right from the opening tip.
Man, they can do
Looking
anything.
at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Man.
And you know what was most impressive? They wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call the mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. Had them on their hands the whole time.
And Nelson gets it to go.
And that's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Really was a very strong season, guys, for Jameer Nelson as he bounced back in a big way. You know, he got his scoring up and was acting as a playmaker at a much higher level than what we were accustomed to seeing from him.
The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Brewer with the steal. Gives him the lead pass. And Chris Bosh with the slam.
Their offense has really come together immediately, trying to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Bosh.
Brewer with the steal.
It's my turn now.
And that one goes in as he
3
is fouled.
points.
It'll be 3
He's
points
at
if he
3
converts at the
points.
line.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He
Green
has just
shot,
been
green
unconscious
bean.
this quarter.
Clark, you just mentioned the uptick in assists for Jameer Nelson. He's the Magic's franchise record holder in assists with over 3,000.
You know, I would have guessed that Scott Skiles had more than that.
Me too.
Skiles had so many back in the day, but it just shows you the consistency and the production that Nelson has given that team over almost a decade now.
I could have
Gets
got
it to go.
that.
And here are the Heat now. They're on a 16-5 run. Shoots from the high post. And
That
the
was so
basket by
bad.
Brewer. Brewer's got 16 points.
Huge advantage for them already.
Okay.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
I don't
On
know
its
why.
way from a follow for 2. No luck. And the Heat going the
I
other
don't know
way
why he
now.
was doing
And
that.
prior to last season, the Magic
I guess
overhauled their
he's
entire
doing that
coaching and
because he
scouting
likes
staff.
doing
They're trying to be more forward-thinking and progressive with their training and statistical analysis in an effort to become more consistently competitive.
Knocks it loose. Out of bounds as Orlando
I
keeps
could get that
possession.
ball, but I don't know what I was doing.
And let's step back for a
I thought
second to
you
look
can
at the
get
top
that.
shooting point guards in basketball this season. And you look at Brewer, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Well, he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field for him.
And those shots aren't all coming from 10 feet and in. I mean, he's taking legitimate shots. I mean, it might seem like it because of his percentage that he's in close, but he's putting up those numbers from outside.
Here's Battier, and he finished it off with a lay-in. And guys,
I was
let's get your
supposed to get
take
a
on the
three,
hustle
but-
stats for the Heat.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, I do too, and I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
Turkoglu kicks to Price. And good
There was
coming
no
off
one
the assist
helping
from
me. I
Mito
was
Turkoglu.
helping them defense.
And for the Magic, never
I don't know what
easy to
they were
rebuild from the bottom up. Steve, last
expecting me to
season,
do.
the worst record, the 4th worst offense in the entire NBA.
But I'll tell you what, Kevin, I like the way Jock
Get him
Ball
a
had
free
his team
throw
competing
while
every night,
dunking.
particularly
All I
early in
can
the season
think about
before they
is
made
Shaq,
the
and that's
J.J.
it.
Redick trade. They executed, they played hard, they played for each other. They just didn't have enough talent.
Well, the Magic ended up with just 20 wins on the season, which would be the worst
Okay,
record in the
man.
NBA last year, but they at least weren't dead last when it came to wins on the road. Still tied, though, for 3rd worst in the league.
Here's Brewer. And that one is
Don't even
stuffed
try.
right through.
They keep going down low with the ball, and it results in points. They're having their way in the paint.
And it's resulted in a big early lead, too.
Oladipo, the pass to Price. He dishes it to Turkoglu. No good on the triple. When you're a team like the Magic last season trying to find an identity in a rebuilding year,
Ooh, okay,
it can be hard to gel as a cohesive
that
unit
was
on the
almost
road.
a
Well, the whole
block,
year
but
it seemed
still,
like
I made
a
it.
lot of the team was trying to figure out the kind of the nuances of
I
the
got
team
25
dynamics,
points
of the
in first
talent,
quarter.
of the new coaching staff. And
Nice.
it's frustrating when you're just getting beaten up
Where are you
every
going?
night.
Going home?
But you got to
Where's
go
home?
through that to grow as a group, and hopefully this team can be a little better on the road this season.
And Orlando making a change here. Lamb's checked in. That drops. 27
The
points for the
footwork, the
Prodigy.
footwork.
You know, when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I mean, he can't miss. Nobody can guard the guy. I mean, who's in line? Somebody try to get in line and stop this guy.
Now here's Turkoglu. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Is that gonna
Fades
make
back.
it?
That one off the back iron and out. Now here's Brewer. Elbow shot. Rejected by
Oh,
Lamb.
man.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here.
No way I got 31. I got
And welcome back.
benched.
It's been
We got Birdman. I forgot.
Magic have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Magic,
I don't know why, but
Nelson
the
and
defense in
Aflalo
this game
combine
is
at
so
guard.
slow.
Davis at the 4 and Vucevic at the 5. And it's Harkless in at the 3 slot.
What a breakout year for
What the
Vucevic,
fuck?
who was
This
given the
dribble
chance
is
to
so
start
shit.
for the Magic, and he showed that he belonged in a starting
You better
five.
shoot that.
Just a really good gamble on a player, and the big fella looks to be an impact player for them
I
for the
could get a
foreseeable
3,
future.
dude.
The Magic have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Nelson. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Shoots from the block.
Nice one,
and it's
Birdman.
sent back by Anderson. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, gentlemen, head coach Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat finally getting the respect he deserves now with their multiple championships. But his players, not afraid to rib him a little. Dwayne Wade said Spoelstra's favorite word, focus. He said, here's what it sounds
I don't
like to
know
play
why,
for my
but-
coach. Come on, guys, we have to focus. Next game. Come on, guys, it's about focus. Game 82. Guys, it's about focus. Kevin, it's all
I'm
about
going-
that consistent message, right?
A steady hand, Doris. The players seem to really appreciate it. Here is Brewer after the made shot from Davis. Doubled by Nelson. Brewer with the ball. And it's Nelson picking him up. That one goes. Count.
You got no one,
31
sir.
points for the Prodigy. And for Vucevic, in his second season in the league, 4th in voting last season for the most improved player, and I couldn't disagree, Clay.
I would not either, Kevin. And you've got to like his defensive potential. He's 7 feet tall, and he's got a 7'4" wingspan, so he can help provide all kind of protection
That was a
around
good
the rim.
defense.
And,
There was a
you know,
good
he's got an
coverage.
excellent
How's that?
motor, too. He makes the
Okay,
most of his
okay.
imposing frame. I like what this guy has been and could become.
And here is Brewer, following the 3 from Jameer Nelson. Jones dishes to Brewer. And there's another one for the Heat.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter
They're
and
not
just
letting me
built
dunk
on it
anymore,
here in the
dude.
second.
I can't dunk. I'm going back.
Nelson
home.
outside, right side Davis. Right side Davis. Off target from the wing.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Here's Brewer. An absolutely remarkable shot at the buzzer.
Was it ever? It doesn't get any better than that, fellas. The definition of much.
Now, presented by Sprint.
This is the lowest.
Glad you're spending Saturday night. The
Score I
Sprint
have.
halftime report
35.
presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back with a beautiful view of downtown Miami and the
Miami.
sparkling American Airlines Arena.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Brewer. He has 35 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And those steals are all the evidence you need of just how high his basketball IQ is. He really sees the floor well defensively.
Brewer, he's in at the point. D-Wade, the 2, with Ray Allen at the 3. Shane Battier is out there with Chris Bosh. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Good on the jump shot. What? Buffalo's got the first basket of the second
know
half
what
here
the
for the
fuck is
Magic.
this game.
Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title,
My
they had
God,
never
they're
put their name
double-teaming
into
me.
the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that
I hate
amazing
the
27-game winning streak.
So
What
slow.
a top-notch game he's had.
I could get
He's
that
got
three,
him in
but
front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep him there. All by himself, it looks like.
Now, here is Nelson. He's covered closely. He kicks to Vucevic. Stolen by Bosch. And now, running up the court, Brewer pushing it up. And the rejection by a
oh
follow.
man.
Here's Vucevic. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Harris kicks to Davis. The kick out to a Flalo. Harris, 6 on the shot clock. Brewer with the steal.
No guys not letting me dunk.
Jumps up.
Ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
I was so locked in, dude.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
I'd go a
Over a
timeout too
minute and
after
a half
that.
into the third quarter of action. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record.
Where the
that
fuck
I'm
is
sure
Maya?
everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall Steve to
forgot.
the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Nelson, covered by Brewer.
I have tipped that.
Nelson, no luck.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Right side Davis. From 13. Rebound by the Heat. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
No.
You know, some good games going on, and that Phoenix game especially has caught my eye. He's performing at such a high level. That's why they're in the lead right now. Well, coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe
Like, dude,
relax.
I don't know why defense is so sticky in this game, but
Chris Bosh
sure.
readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Gentlemen, there is no doubt Chris Bosh has taken his share of criticism in Miami. People call them, quote, the big 2.5, saying he hasn't lived up to that top billing. But for Eric Spoelstra,
What the fuck? Did
he
I just
said
push
he is
myself?
our most important player. We've said that for 3 seasons. He allows everything to work on both ends of the court. Guys, you think about it, offensively, he's a floor spacer and an offensive rebounder. And defensively,
Oh my God,
he
that
anchors
is
the
not a
Heat
steal.
inside.
That is a fucking
Spoelstra called him, quote, a
glitch.
perfect fit for their system.
He's got the length factor to be sure. Thanks, Doris. Nelson, the pass to Harris. Back to Nelson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
What the fuck is so
15
why he's
points
so
for Jameer
sticky?
Nelson.
I don't know.
And to go back to what Bosh said, I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosh did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosh's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels, and I think
How
it's
is that a
impressive that
clean?
they fought back to the
The
finals
ref
once more, because
must be blind.
that shows they eventually did recapture that fire.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Here's Brewer. They get it back. Bosh. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it
I
3.
just fucking hate this
Their
game.
rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number
Sticky
1 this game is out of
fucking
hand.
controls.
Exactly.
So
And the
fucking
score is
sticky.
right where you'd expect it to
Like,
be when the
it's
battle
so
on the boards
stiff.
is that lopsided.
Like, I don't know.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
You know, there was a lot of talk about
game is so
the Magic
overrated.
not getting equal value when they
2K14.
traded Dwight Howard to the Lakers before last
Oh,
season.
2K
But
is so
if you
fucking
take a look at
overrated,
how
dude.
both teams started, the Lakers
what you
and the
guys are
Magic,
talking
and
about. This
for a
is
time
the
there, the
most
Magic
shit.
had a better record early in the season than the Lakers. So I think it worked out okay for the Magic.
Brewer's shot is off. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Ball's knocked loose. 1:04 left to play here in the third. Dishes it to Oladipo. Just 5 on the clock. Into McSeal. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Well, Clark, like you said, hard to believe, but it's true. The Magic did have a better record than the Lakers for the early part of the season, but that was mostly due to a surprise down year from the Lakers, Steve, and a hot start for Orlando.
And remember, the Magic did get that big win at Staples against L.A. That was kind of revenge for the D. Howard trade. But as time wore on, you know, the Magic's lack of talent showed, and they really struggled the rest of the season.
It's taken away by Brewer, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
I'm so freaking lucky.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Oladipo. That's good in its price with the assist.
That is so covered.
Oladipo's got his second bucket of the night.
They're doing their best to erase the deficit here with some smart passes and some good shooting. I mean, those two things go hand in hand.
You better shoot
If you're going to make shots, then the passes have to be on target and on time.
Lets it go from 14. And it's Miami with another.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
That is so
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've just continued to shoot well.
I don't know why.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, Harkless and Nicholson fill up the forward slots. Ronnie Price out there with Deron Lamb, and it's McSeal in its center. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Nicholson. No good. Great D that time from Lewis. Here's Brewer. And that one's good. Brewer's got 54 points.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
It's a great formula, and it's really a sign that the offense is clicking.
There's the dish to McSeal. Out to Price. They get a hand on it. Lamb passes to Harkless.
Get the fucking ball, dude. I was...
In transition, here comes Miami. Oh, and the dunk by Brewer.
Yeah.
The windmill finish.
I'm so freaking locked in right now.
How
Come on.
do you do?
Finishes the
I don't know
play.
why
Utter
he's not
disregard
in
for his
heat.
own safety.
Look at his teammates. They're just shaking their heads. I mean, he must have... Oh,
Get it! Oh,
Get that.
out now.
2 times 360.
impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. Next matchup, they'll be home
I'm
against the
destroying
Suns.
this team. There
that
you
game
go.
will be a quick pit
Finally
stop
in
before
heat.
hitting the road again.
This ref better join.
Here's Price. Feeds it to McSeal. Back to Price. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And a moment to check out Miami and who they've got coming up. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
I'm stealing every possession this man gets. I'm stealing the ball.
And McSeal kicks to Nicholson. Shot clock at 5. Tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
How do you call an alley-oop in this game? Shooting, ISO motion, passing, bounce pass is LT and A. And then we have to select the recipient, of course. Flashy pass, LT and RS, okay. Fake pass, alley-oop. How do I get some alley-oop for myself? LT and X, maybe.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Now, here's Brewer.
Oh my god,
Guarded by Price.
that was kickball, you know. I guess this ref was...
Brewer with the steal. Lewis kicks to Brewer. And Brewer slams it home.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
Lamb dishes to Price. Pass to Nicholson. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. 6 to shoot. Now here's Lamb, defended by Cole.
Their offense seems completely out of sync here. They're on the wrong end of a big run.
And then at the other end, it's been bucket after
know what
bucket
the
after
fuck you're
bucket,
doing, white
giving up
boy.
a huge run here.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
Delfino, I remember.
For the
your
Orlando
name.
Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Heat.
You know, that was one of the worst efforts you'll see from them, guys. Even though they were playing against a better team, it shouldn't have been that bad.
And Steve, even against a mediocre team, that performance wouldn't have been good enough.
Come on, team.
But you play that way against a good team, and you'll really get blasted.
What? How is that?
And here's
I
Price.
don't know. Maybe charging foul doesn't exist
Knocked
back
away.
then.
Pass to Harkless.
Yeah, maybe charging foul
Back
doesn't
to
exist
Price.
back then.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Harkless, no good. And here are the Heat now.
Oh
They've
my
gone
god.
on a 13-0 run, and the shot is good.
He's been one of their more
Thank you, Lord.
reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain
this.
possession. And Miami making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Here is Maxiel. The feed now to Nicholson. Passes it to Harkless. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
I tell you
It's
what,
already
that's
over,
just
man.
a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Norris Cole. Doubled by Price. And Brewer kicks to Lewis. He feeds it to Chalmers.
Better shoot that. Nice.
And another basket for Miami.
Kevin, he
This
does
is
a
what
great job of
happens if you
moving
double
without the
team me,
ball.
we're
And he
still
gets a
gonna
lot of good looks
score.
because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific.
Here's Lewis. Again, the Heat good for 2.
He
Boy,
waited
this
until
defense
I
is
don't
getting
get the
eaten up
assist.
on the inside, guys, giving up far too
Also-
many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par.
I don't know why it's so slippery and sticky at the same
Lamb
time.
passes to Maxiel. Knocked loose. Now, here's Brewer. Tight defense on him. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Well, turnovers really becoming a key storyline in this one.
Yep, another mistake at the other end, and once again, they're reaping the benefits. And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And Steve, they did it in style, a beatdown the entire way.
James Jones, who's checked in for Miami. Here's Brewer. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Got that.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely, their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
Price off a pick from Harkless. The pass to Maxiel. Kicks it to Price. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Dribble,
They can't take care of the
and
basketball.
go
They're
home,
going to
go
have a
home,
very
go
hard
home.
time turning this game around.
Yeah, the turnovers already piling up here in this quarter.
It's stolen by
Yeah,
Lamb.
that was a knee ball.
One-on-one fast break. Left side, Price. He passes to Lamb. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Come on, Birdman.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Wow.
And the
Three
bucket
points.
counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Come on. Come on.
Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he just
Brewer
gave
with the
up.
steal.
He just gave up.
Boom, he
He
jams
gave
it
up.
straight down.
And a
He's not
terrific
even
run to
trying
really
anymore.
put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Now Price. Got a piece of it. Brewer with the steal. Takes the three.
Boom.
And so Miami takes this
Still
one
went
by
in.
a big margin.
But
You know,
no
Clark,
time,
every
I guess.
team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the
They're
tape of this game the
46
next
by
time they have a bad night to
107.
remind themselves how dominant they can be.
107.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games
Damn.
for a coach.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA
The
on
trade
2K
was worth
Sports.
it.
For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is
Trade
Kevin
was
Holland saying
worth
thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here.
I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on.
That was an easy game. That was perfect. We got 74. Did I score 80? I don't know. Maybe not recorded. Hold on. We can see it.
It's got to be a great feeling setting the team record for points tonight. How does it feel to achieve such an accomplishment?
I don't play this game for the numbers or the personal glory. I play this game simply to win. If I can score a lot of points and win us more games, then that's what I'll do. But it don't mean nothing if we ain't winning.
That was Tobias Harris is a fan. Okay. 500 career points, damn. Anyway. I guess that's it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Goodbye.